We are going to now move on to track 4. You've been wanting it. You've been craving it.
You wanted the best. You got the best.
You've tried the best. Now try the best. Istanbul. Parentheses, not Constantinople. Close parentheses. So, I guess I'll let Dave go first because he looks like he has something to say.
This is a big hit.
Yeah, this was kind of life. This was like world changing.
Threatening.
This was a big thing. I'm actually a little lost for words momentarily.
Well, there's been so much about it.
Okay, well
let's start at the beginning.
Yeah, we are going to start at the beginning. We're going to start in
the 50s.
Why did Constantinople turn to Istanbul? I was actually researching this because why not know all the facts? The reason is because, and Dave, this is going to blow your mind. The Republic of Turkey declared it the official name in 1923. And the Turkish Postal Telegraph and Telephone Office began sending back all mail addressed to the city by any other name from 1930. It's because there's a lot of names over the centuries for this area, for this region. So Istanbul is a loose translation of the phrase in the city or the city. So
good name.
What would happen over the centuries, I guess, is people would be like, oh, blah, blah, blah is in the city. Like, that's where you want to go. And then it just became the name of the place. So it'd be like being like, like Manhattan is Manhattan, but most people call it New York City. You know what I mean?
I call it the city.
Yeah. So it'd be like Manhattan changing its name to the city. Like, yeah, we got to go to the city today.
That's because we're from Queens.
Even though we're in Queens, we're in the city.
New York City is 5 boroughs united together.
That's right.
But no one thinks
But
of
people
it that
think
way.
of Manhattan as the city.
Yeah. Because it has the tallest buildings.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, and there actually are people who don't know this who are fans of Flood, Istanbul is a cover. Is not written by They Might Be Giants, though I have to say how much they brought to it. It might as well have been. I mean, I'd at least give them a co-write credit or something, because there's a lot of original material in their version.
I've never heard the original.
Dave,
as a matter of fact.
You are not only going to hear the original, you are going to hear the 1928 song called Constantinople that the original Istanbul, not Constantinople, might be having a dialogue with, according to a lot of music fans and theorists. So here we go.
All right. Let's hear it.
Constantinople, Constantinople. Mr. Noah was the teacher in a school.
Jesus Christ.
Paul Whiteman and his orchestra in 1928 put out, I guess, what could be called a novelty song called...
I I wasn't amused by it.
It's called Constantinople, as it's spelled out, but let's just say it's called Constantinople.
Yeah. No, make it even longer.
That'll be annoying. So a lot of people seem to think, at least from what I looked up online, that the Four Lads song from 1956, Istanbul, not Constantinople, is some sort of a response or like a next generation version of that song. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So now let's talk about the Four Lads. The Four Lads were I guess they were a singing group. It wasn't a cappella. They had music under them. There's very recent videos of them still performing Istanbul on YouTube and stuff in front of like a bunch of old people in the audience
They're called people.
Being very happy. I thought that was
I know they're old. They're still called people.
I thought that was cute.
Wow.
So let's listen to their version. Let's listen to their recorded version. It was
never
a single.
heard it before. I'm excited.
Yeah. It was not on any album. It was just one single they put out, but it was really, really, really successful. And I think we know why. It is, it's
catchy.
Like, it's catchy. It's infectious. It's infected the world.
Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Been a long time gone, old Constantinople, still it's Turkish delight on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul, not Constantinople. So if you've a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. Even old New York once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. Take me back to Constantinople.
So that was I think that might be a good chunk of the original Istanbul, because I think it's really important to get the origins of the song.
What do you think of that, Jordan? You like that song?
I think it's a delightful, fun, novelty song. Now, something I think me and Dave are going to talk about is how, when this being such a popular song for They Might Be Giants, we don't really, I don't know if we know what we think of it anymore, right?
Right, exactly.
It's kind of, I almost had that problem with Birdhouse, except I'm pretty positive Birdhouse is good.
I think it's good. Yeah. I think so.
But I do have that weird effect with Birdhouse where I'm like, it would take, I think I'd have to not hear it for a few years to really feel like I'm hearing it for real.
It may be a few years since I've heard Istanbul, honestly.
Because you skip it all the time, right? Yeah, we talked about that. Dave's a dirty skipper.
But it's interesting hearing the Four Lads version. That kind of does put it in new context. That whole beginning is different. Very orchestra.
It's trying to sound like some sort of a vaguely Middle Eastern
sounds like Aladdin.
Yeah, it sounds like Aladdin. This song should have been in Aladdin for no reason.
Xylophone for good measure.
I think this will be fun though, because we're diving so deep into Istanbul. I wanted to play another Four Lads song that came out the same exact time in 1956, and just because I think
about like Mongolia or something.
Yeah, Mongolia is Mongolia. They didn't have much there. No, so this is sort of like what they typically do, I think, which is more just like a pop kind of song, and it's called "I Should Have Told You Long Ago."
Should have told you long ago how much you mean to me. I should have opened up my heart for you and all the world to see.
I feel like even at the time there must have been elderly people in the audience. Like even in the 50s.
So that's just like a typical love song.
Yeah, they were just a singing group. I mean, like I don't think they're like trying to ruffle any feathers, but they have a lot of catchy songs, and I think Istanbul maybe stands out for them because I think maybe it is a little more novelty than even their other stuff. Because that's why I wanted to play that clip to show that they just mainly did normal love songs. There's a lot of reasons that They Might Be Giants have this song in their repertoire. First, it started as a very often played live song in the 80s as one of their earliest, maybe their first cover, one of the earliest covers they've ever played.
It's actually, we were doing a show, our very first tour, we were playing in Norfolk, Virginia in this place. It was like sort of like a Navy base kind of hangout, the place called the King's Head Inn. And in the contract, it said we had to play for 2 hours. And, we were like this sort of art rock band from the East Village, and typically our sets at the Pyramid Club in the mid-'80s were 20 minutes long. So we hadn't really cultivated, and we were just a duo then, so we weren't exactly a jam band. We couldn't stretch it out. So we
long guitar solo.
Yeah. So we basically learned a bunch of covers to just figure, just to kind of fill out the show. And Istanbul, for people out there who aren't familiar with the song, had this chord and this chord, and that's it. It's just like it's a 2-chord song, so it was really easy to learn, and it showcased our yodeling skills.
It is interesting for the production of the album. They said that they based it on their memory of the song and that they didn't listen for reference, which I think is really smart, and I think how you should do it.
Kind of scary too, though.
In what sense?
Well, then you listen to it years later, and you're like, oh shit, I remember that completely different.
Yeah, I mean, it's all, maybe they looked up the lyrics at least, because it's all there. I know that both of them separately knew the song.
It's a band called the Four Lads did it, and
they were one of those 50s vocal quartets.
Yeah, they were pretty popular, actually. They had, what was their big hit?
And they sure dressed snappy,
I can't remember. They dressed all in tuxedos. And
well, sort of like the way you guys
groovy.
dress.
Yeah.
Snappy. So what possessed you to record this song?
It just seemed like the groovy. I saw them do it on TV, but sometime in the 80s. I forget when exactly. But there was a show called The 50s, and I was sure it was going to be a rock and roll revival kind of thing, and it wasn't at all. It was like all about adult popular music from
Patti
the 50s.
Page,
Right,
and that
exactly.
kind of thing,
and they had
yeah.
all these. Everybody who was in that category was on the show, including the fabulous Four Lads.
The song has 2 chords, Vin. Need we say anything more?
I know they both grew up hearing the song separately, and I know there's actually some discussion about even if the song Istanbul is like a takeoff of Put It on the Ritz. And I have a funny clip of them trying to figure that out and even debating with a caller in a radio show.
Huh.
Is Istanbul, not Constantinople, inspired by the song Anything Goes? Because my dad swears that it is.
It probably was ripped off from that song. It's got a very similar melody.
Anything goes. No, I'm thinking of You're thinking of Putting on the Ritz. This song was written by. We recorded in 1990, but it was a hit for the Four Lads in the early 50s, and we thought when we recorded it that it's a cover. We thought that it was probably written in the 30s because it sounds so much like Putting on the Ritz.
Because he swears it sounds. Quite a few of the words sound like what the woman is singing in Indiana Jones.
In olden days, ba 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 ba.
That first bit, he's little guys just singing behind and everything.
Yeah, I think it's part of a general gestalt. There's a kind of song that it's following in the footsteps. It was written in the 50s, so it really comes after the period when those sorts of songs were.
Well, you guys do it by far better.
Well, Sally, thank you.
Yeah, isn't the melody's a little similar, right?
So this caller thinks that it might be a takeoff of Anything Goes.
If today any shock they should try to stem, instead of landing on Plymouth Rock would land on them. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes.
But so I'll play the clips of Anything Goes and Put It on the Ritz, and it's all a big miasma of Istanbul plasma.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlem sits, putting on the Ritz.
One interesting thing that I haven't seen anywhere really, but I found it in this old article, this interview with them from 1990 in NME. I'm going to read this quote to you, Dave, because I think this is it's really one of the only times I've heard them talk about the content of the lyrics of the song.
I love when you read to me.
And what it means and why they chose it. So Flansburgh says in this NME article, 1990, "It seems like the point of the song is don't make waves. Don't think about it. A very weird message. It's a very negative song. That line, it's nobody's business but the Turks, is funny because obviously there are a lot of Greeks who feel it's their business too, because they're the ones who had the city taken away from them by the Turks, and there's a parentheses, which happened in 1453. It's like a foreign policy song." So, so I think this is really important to know like what they think is funny about the song. It sort of is another whistling in the dark kind of song. Like let's just be happy and celebrate make fun of like the name of this country change, but without like saying it's not our business why.
Right.
Like it's not going into like what really happened. It's like saying like that funny civil war in America, but not like, but not like examining like in any serious way. So
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, I honestly, I love this quote. And I think that's like really brings a whole new...
That darkens up the song a lot, doesn't it?
I actually thought Dave would like the song after I read that quote.
Now it's my favorite song.
Dave, what do you think of the song like as a production, musical? Is there anything that sticks out to you?
I mean, I think you could tell that more went into this one.
Yeah.
I was listening today to the song, and there are a lot of very nice elements to it. Like I love the violin in the beginning is very nice.
Actually wanted to talk about that because the music video, it has the unfaded version of the violin. And it's actually interesting to hear. So I'm going to play a clip of the beginning of the song.
Well, I'm glad I brought it up.
Yeah, because you can hear everything that Mr. Mark Feldman is doing. So Isn't that cool?
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's one of the cool things about the music video, which me and Dave will discuss probably in the future.
I guess I haven't seen it or don't remember it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We should have kept that in.
Yeah, it's there. You just have to turn your... Flood does a lot of weird volume tricks with your brain. So we'll just chat very briefly about Mark Feldman. He does amazing violin work in this song and apparently in Birdhouse, but I really wanted to save it for this.
Right. There's a violin player on the album who does very nice parts, Mark Feldman, and he plays with Jerry Lee Lewis and Jimmy Swaggart.
Yep.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What does he play with Jimmy Swaggart?
He just did sessions. Jimmy Swaggart actually made records before, kind of religious, like, oh Lord, kind of records. And he backed him up on those records, yeah. Although Mark Feldman is in this band Arcado, which is sort of a jazz, improvisational jazz band. He's a total virtuoso. Really amazing violinist.
Here's a clip of Mark Feldman's band that he had at the time called Arcado.
Oh, that's like when the killer reveals his plan.
Yeah. I mean, his music...
That's tense.
Dave, so sorry, I didn't mean to derail with the violin stuff, but what else about the production of the song? Like, trying to maybe hear it for a sort of a first time today.
Oh, I mean, I just think it sounds like a single. I mean, it sounds big. It has that reverb. It has the grandiosity. That's a word. About it. It's not a small song.
It's really dense. There's a lot of things in the production that I really love.
It's a pop song.
Yeah.
They turned it into a pop hit. I mean,
which is really strange, because it's even still. It's like I wouldn't play Istanbul for like a normal person. Still, I don't know.
I guess
it's a little silly. It almost seems too silly. I don't know. I struggle a lot with these kinds of questions with They Might Be Giants music.
But if it was that silly, why would it resonate so much? I mean, people really got attracted to this song.
Well, what I love about that Flansburgh quote is that to them, like, there's something not silly about the meaning of the song.
Yeah, not anymore.
It's like, there's something kind of unsettling and questioning about it. So it's like the celebration of ignorance.
Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. So take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople, why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the